Okay, good morning everybody. Got a very nice little loop today going towards sort of Keynsham, and then is the main point. So the route I'm taking is predominantly heading south, and then it's from Bath to sort of Inglesbatch, Englishcombe or Englishcombe, Inglesbatch, over to Preston Mill, then Compton Dando, Compton Dando to Keynsham, Keynsham to Swineford, up onto Lansdowne Ridge and back. So we've got a nice bit of woodland, riverside walk. Weather looks good. I did say it was meant to be raining at this time, but I'm not seeing or feeling any rain. Those words are probably going to come back to haunt me, but yeah, that's pretty much the plan for today. Nice early start. Gonna grab some breakfast from Tesco on the way out, and yeah, see where that takes us. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I'm excited. I've had this route planned for ages. My mate Josh and I, we attempted it earlier in the year, but didn't quite make it. Oh yeah, and there's going to be tanks, so yeah, should be quite fun. Okay, so just starting major ascent up Wellsway Road. So the length of the road is 2 kilometres, looking about 170 metres altitude gain, so pretty exciting. So yeah, gonna hit the top of this, and I'm the rest of the journey predominantly heading west. So yeah, should be quite fun. Well, just been caught in a miniature deluge, so hence the Gore-Tex. Upper half completely dry, lower half completely soaked, nothing too major. And it looks to be lightening up now anyway, so I think worst of it has passed. Still got about another 1 hour, just over 90 minutes before daybreak. So yeah, about maybe 10 minutes tops from the top of this hill. So I'm on my way to Sainsbury's or something, because I haven't had breakfast yet. So yeah, just a little gander at where I'm at. I might take, actually, you know what, rain's more or less stopped, so let's keep going to the top of the hill, then I'll decide my future plan of action. Mainly what I want to do is I just want to get out of this waterproof. Hopefully my mountain equipment mission soft shell isn't too soaked. If it is, considering it's quite windy, I reckon I'll dry out in about half an hour. Okay, so after a bit of a wet and miserable start, the weather's started to get a bit nicer. Everything is still wet, ground wise. I'm sort of 75-25, so 75% dry, 25% wet, but yeah, it is what it is. Just making my way along now towards Englishcombe, and then Inglesbatch, Preston Mill, Stanton something or other, and then through a couple of really nice forests out to Compton Dando, Compton Dando to Keynsham, Keynsham to Swineford or Kelston, depending on how I feel, up onto Lansdowne Ridge and home. So yeah, breakfast has been had. Popped into the odd down Sainsbury's, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, just enjoying the peace and quiet of the countryside. And yeah, other than that, not much to it really. According to the good old interwebs, weather was meant to be bad until about 10 AM, but at this rate I doubt it. It looks like it's going to be a sunny day with clouds by the looks of things. Wind is from that way to the south, so that'll be what, warm front. Yeah, so see what happens, and it's going to be a good day to go hiking in good old Bath and the English countryside. Let's go. Okay, so I'm back in my favourite environment. We've had quite a bit of rain, so it's very, very easy going along this marginal incline. I've already had one little two close shaves, so I'm just gonna sidestep down here, keep my balance. Way there now, mud skiing again. Keep my balance way to the back, so if I do fall, I've got a shorter way to go and gravity doesn't propel me downhill. And also, your boots, the tread pattern in the boots should get much better traction on sideways than head on. So yeah, gently navigating, keeping an eye on the ground, watching out for any roots or anything, keeping my speed nice and steady. So yeah, whoa, oh there, whoa, like so. Jeez, you can actually see where Good thing my centre of gravity was uphill. Dear oh dear oh one. The one hike I decide not to bring my trekking poles with me is the one that is the most muddy. Oh well, live and learn, live and learn. Right, let's have a little look, see what we've got up here. Cool. Past this point. What? Oh. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Hunting season, okie dokie. Or it might be the paintball arena, which is in this woods. So yeah, onwards. Okay, so a quick little update. I have found where I'm going to be eating my lunch. Nice little riverside view of the River Chew. So yeah, found a nice little stump so I can set the camera up. So yeah, you can see me set the stove up and all that. Bit of a numpty move, I forgot my lighter again, but seeing as the ferro rod lit the stove last time, gonna try and do that again. See, I've been on the road now close to 7 hours, 24 kilometers. Again, not my best time, but considering this is winter and days are shorter, and I'm just sticking to routes that I know until I get more confident at nighttime navigation. So yeah, it's pretty much the plan. Oh man, this is the first time I'm sitting down since, I think, actually, when was the last time I sat down? Probably 5 AM this morning when I got out of bed, I think. Did I? Yeah, I think this is the first time I sat down since 5 AM, so without further ado, I am hungry, I am caked in mud, as you can see. So, yeah, I need feeding. I need a feed. chicken tikka. This is why on my house keys I've always got a little ferro rod and striker. Sparks, which is great. Well, hey, got it eventually. So, yeah, boiling now. So, some of these leaves not, moist enough. So yeah, today we've got something to eat. Chicken tikka with rice. Hands down, one of my favourites. Yeah, really good quality stuff. Not that many preservatives that I know of, unlike some sort of camping food and all that. And yeah.
Oddie, come here. Oi. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
He thinks he owns this land.
Fair enough.
Don't be noisy. Don't be noisy.
Have a good walk.
I expect you to do it when he comes back.
Have a good walk.
Yeah, cheers. I expect you to shout at you again when he comes back.
Fair enough.
Are you still here? You're on my land. I live here, he says. I own it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Or so he sings.
Have a good walk.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you. not want to be eating that. Yep. Yeah. Boil. Oh, yeah. Well, didn't hit boiling, but it should be close enough. What am I doing? Need that. Oh. Okay, that water is plenty warm. Cool. So I'm just going to pop that there. Now we wait whilst it's sort of, yeah, gestating, and then after that we've got a very nice, healthy, happy chicken tikka with rice to go. Well, there's definitely one thing I've noticed. The paths since lunchtime have definitely gotten busier. Yeah. Also, I don't think I'm going to be doing as many shots anymore, mainly because I'm going to be walking through Keynsham, which is quite a big town, and then along the cycle track. So I just know, based on what the paths I've seen here, is going to be quite busy, so I don't want anything happening to the GoPro or my filming causing any issues with anyone. So probably once I get through Keynsham and Kelston, I'll then start filming again, and by then hopefully, well, probably will be just about getting dark. I'm trying to get to Kelston Round Hill just so I can see the last bit of sunset, which is there. So who knows? But I do know I'm gonna have a bit of a breather once I get up to sort of Kelston and oh, what is it? Prospect Style. So yeah. And from what I've noticed is the cows have definitely started being put back in the sheds, which is good news for me, mainly because they are one of the very few animals on this planet that genuinely terrify me. Yeah. I did almost got stampeded sort of June 2019, so last year. not fun, really not fun. But yeah, live and learn. And that's a wrap. Okay, so massive herd of cows in this field. I estimate between 20 to 50 potentially, maybe definitely like maybe probably 20 to 40. Very active, ran down the hill, so because of that I am altering my route slightly. I am on this road here, following it into Chew Magna, avoiding these fields, and yeah, doing good time. Could be a little better, but it is what it is, you know. So yeah, this is my last entry for a little while at least, so yeah, here goes. Well, I've successfully navigated Keynsham. I'm doing way better than I thought I would be. Yeah, other than the field of cows, I'd say today so far has gone quite well. I'm about 15 minutes downstream, well 20 minutes tops. What's the time now? Give me a sec here. Yeah, I've got just under 2 hours, so hour and 50 something minutes before sunset. Another 20-25 minutes after that for twilight. So I am thinking of pressing on through Swineford rather than going via Kelston. So yeah, there's only one field that I know that's going to be quite dodgy in Swineford, and other than that, once I get through there I should be okay. And yeah, but in other news, this is the River Avon. Definitely a little bit flooded, definitely a little bit raised, quite speedy. So yeah, just gonna press onwards now till I get to the old viaduct, where I'm gonna sit down and take 10, and then yeah, after that, yeah, gonna be relatively easy. Just one more uphill slog from here along Lansdowne Ridge, along the old Cotswold, no, not the Cotswold Way, but yeah, should be quite fun. And if this turns into a night hike when I'm on top of Lansdowne Ridge, I'm going to be more than happy, because I know for a fact there's no animals in the fields up there. So yeah, all good to go. Okay, so sorry, I was just checking the battery. Yeah, short respite about 5-10 minutes ago. Yeah, needed, because now behind these buildings you can just about see the hill there, and yeah, that's Lansdowne Hill, 220 meters straight up ascent, which is good. So that will hopefully bring the altimeter to positive numbers rather than stay in the negative. So yeah, I'm basically going to be following that ridge line that you see in the distance all the way up to a little village which I've forgotten the name of, and then from there it's up, linking up with the Cotswold Way for a little bit, following that back into, oh well, just along Lansdowne Ridge, and then I shall depart the Cotswold Way, heading towards the Bath racecourse, through the racecourse onto Lansdowne Road and back to my humble abode. So yeah, good times ahead, fun times ahead. Let's go. Okay, so nighttime has happened and I'm right where I wanted to be at this time, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, basically the route that I took I have no idea if my camera will even be able to pick this up, but basically over that way, there's sort of like a hill with like a line of trees on the top of it. I basically walked behind that all the way out over to there, through that forest way off in the distance, and basically along that valley there, linking up with the River Chew, which is over in that valley there, followed that all the way into Chew, into Keynsham there, followed the river all the way along here. So yeah, this is one of the main reasons why I love doing this loop, and I've really wanted to do it, because when you reach this point you can actually see exactly where you've been to, where you've come from. It's overall hands down one of my favourite loops to do in Bath. And then way over there you're not even going to be able to see it, but you've got Bristol, and then beyond that you've got the Bristol Channel, and then Cardiff, Newport, yeah, Wales. So yeah, now it's just back to the flat, get cleaned up, order a pizza, and sleep is the game plan. So yeah, okie dokie. So I'm about maybe tops 10-15 minutes from getting home. I've been on the road now for over 12 hours. Had a lot of fun with today, and yeah, didn't do any updates on the climb Overlands downhill, mainly because, not gonna lie, I just got exhausted. I had to sit down for 10 minutes. Everything will be revealed at the debrief at the end of this, at the end, after I'm sort of all cleaned up and everything. Apologies, my ears are popping. But yeah, on the whole, today's been very good. I'm about 10 minutes away from home. Try not to have an accident in the last 10, because that would definitely be a downer on the walk. But yeah, other than that, got to try some night hiking as well, which is pretty fun, but I'll save all that for the debrief. Yeah, I'm just gonna save everything that I want to save for the debrief at the end, as per my last video. So yeah. Okay, so this is the debrief for my Bath to Keynsham loop, similar to what I did in my last video. Going to start with the good, the bad, what can be improved on next time, and any personal thoughts or notes. Just sort of like, this is strictly the bit that is sort of like a journal for sort of what goes on a hike, and if there's anything that could be done. Yeah, basically just a hike analysis. So start with the good. Some good points on this hike were good route planning. It was one that I'd done several stages of before and then amalgamated into one big loop. Definitely good that I got some nighttime practice in, even if it was early morning in an urban environment, and still late night night hike in a sort of semi-rural area, so a place that I'm relatively familiar with. Yeah. And also another good point was varying terrain, so I wasn't just focused on the roads or fields. So started out going onto road, moving on towards sort of fields, back onto some roads again, and then finally woodland, then fields, then urban environment, then road, then fields again, until returning to an urban environment. So overall, I think that the varying environments were good. It wasn't anything sort of going from like a tree line to the rock line to the snow line. It wasn't anything as major as that on mountains, but still for lowland walking, it's the variety that you get. Now on to sort of, well, the parts that could be improved. A lot of this has to do with food and meals and prep. So from what basically I was running on close to a 4,500 calorie deficit. So I burnt more calories than I consumed. No snacks whatsoever. Only meal I had on that hike was the one Summit to Eat chicken tikka. So yeah. Also the fact that the day before I didn't prep. I thought I had stuff for breakfast in my flat. Turns out I didn't. I should have checked the day before and actually eaten before leaving my flat instead of wasting a good 40 minutes waiting for the odd down Sainsbury's to open. So that's something that's definitely never happening again. And with the food, of course, comes monitoring the energy level. So towards the end of the hike, especially walking up Lansdowne Hill from Swineford to North Stoke, definitely that should have been an easy 200-meter ascent. Instead, it turned into a long and arduous, just straight push, and yeah. So monitoring energy levels and keeping that constant with snacks. So always have some good old Gorp, or the acronym, good old raisins and peanuts, so like trail mix, energy bars, that sort of thing. So that's one mistake that will not be happening in the future. Overall on this hike, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. I'd definitely say like a 7.5. Oh yeah, one more thing I should mention is that on this hike as well, it wasn't just varying terrain, it was also varying weather conditions. So earlier in the video I did state that I checked the weather and it looked like it was going to rain, and my words were going to come back to haunt me. Turned out to be the case, because about 5 minutes after I said that, it just chucked it down. So getting a good taste of different weather conditions as well. Now with sort of winter coming along, I've got one route that I've got planned that I definitely want to use for sort of night hikes, and for more predominantly night hikes, just to really get that nighttime practice in. So because hopefully this week my mountain leader training books should be arriving on navigation, because I know sort of the west of Bath, so that way better than I do the east. I tend to use the east as sort of my learning area, so I'm going to be spending doing a lot more hikes towards the east of Bath and beyond, to really, one, to explore, and two, to really practice going into areas I don't know. because one of the main reasons why I know the west of Bath so well is because my university campus was out there. So this entire hike, more or less, up until I get to around Preston Mill, is what I used to walk every day that I had uni. So that was a good 20 kilometers a day hike. So yeah, I was doing that. So I know that area like more or less the back of my hand. Another key point I need to improve on is knowing the names of the villages that I pass through. It's all fine and dandy being able to see them on a map, but it's not fine and dandy if I know where I am on the map, but if I don't know the name of the village near where I am, then it doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, anyways, overall, very good hike, relatively hungry hike. Still feeling, so I'm filming this on the Monday. I went hiking on the Friday, so I had I'm still feeling the effects of the calorie deficit right now. So safe to say I've been eating a lot this weekend. But yeah, as always, I wish you all the best and catch you on the next trail.